All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the NerdSpeak Podcast. Today, I am joined by our usuals. What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
What's happening? Anything new in your guys' lives? Nothing?
Nah.
Cool. All right, nothing
We got a disc golf
changes.
tournament this weekend.
Awesome, dude. So you just playing in Wichita there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, I think we're just gonna go ahead and just kick off with some Valorant news with Jamie. Jamie, hit us up.
I mean, there's not really anything to say. The tournament is over halfway done for their first Masters thing they're doing. And I don't know if it's called Masters. Is it called Masters?
It's the VCT Masters.
The VCT tournament. And there's a good chance that a couple of the good teams aren't actually going to qualify. So that's interesting. That some of the teams came out of nowhere knocking out some of the bigger name teams.
Yep.
The teams you would say have money behind them, maybe.
Yeah.
And another team, BBG, they didn't qualify, but they completely dropped their roster and are going to pick up a new roster, they said.
They were close to qualifying too.
And they were close to, they were like one game away from qualifying.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
So-
They dropped their entire roster.
But 100 Thieves is borrowing one of their players too, so there's a good chance they may not even have him, period. So,
And which one is that one?
bang.
Bang.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the tournament at all this weekend?
I did not.
Cool. Okay, so a couple quick highlights. Sentinels lost. They dropped a game. They'll probably most likely still qualify because it's their first loss. And who did they lose to again, Jamie?
The guard?
They lose to the guard?
No, they didn't play
Wasn't
the guard.
No.
Who was it? I was like, I don't think they played guard yet.
Anyway, while you look that up, and then 100 Thieves also lost. So their new roster.
Optic, wasn't it? Optic Gaming?
It was
yeah,
Optic.
Optic.
Optic,
who
who
was
was
Envy, and now it's Optic
previous
Gaming.
Envy. Envy looked great too. And one of the biggest surprises, if you guys follow Sentinels much, they don't lose bind. That is a map that I don't think I've ever seen them lose.
They got their
They got their
kicked.
butts kicked 13-2 by Envy. So that was that was freaking crazy. But 100 Thieves, like I said, they lost to Luminosity in a game they shouldn't have lost. It was frustrating to watch, but to be honest, the two new people that they picked up played phenomenal. They basically, to be honest, they carried. So maybe they'll get better in the future, but I highly doubt they qualify for the. I think they'll get eliminated before the tournament even starts.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to qualify this time.
Yeah.
They'd have to win both of their games and have another team lose both of their games. So I don't think they're doing it.
And kind of the big surpriser to me is the guard. They look like they're one of the best teams in NA.
Oh yeah, I watched them. They're solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
They came out of left field.
They have that Trent FPS guy, who is currently the number one NA.
Second. Penny from version 1 is first.
Penny.
Trent, you got something to tell us, dude?
Yeah, Trent, you been grinding, dude?
I sandbag when I play with you guys.
No brimstone, no guardian. You just out there grinding, huh?
Yeah. So Penny, I guess Penny, you're right. For version
Yeah.
1 is number 1, and then Trent FPS is number 2. But
Yeah.
I think the members of the guard, I think they're 4 of their 5 people are in the top 10. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 of the 5 are in the top 10 in player rankings.
Yeah. If you guys get a chance to watch them, definitely do. They play extremely well. Jamie, who do you think is the best team in NA? If you have to give it to one team. Actually, give me your top 3. Give me your top 3.
Well, that's easy. I mean, version 1, Cloud9, and the guard.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Easy
yeah.
out 3.
What about version 2?
They're not on
They
scene yet.
didn't qualify. That's we'll name our team that.
That's us, yeah.
Yeah. In my mind, I think.
Did I get a kill?
Yeah, Jet get a kill. He's like, fuck you. Hey, you popped off and we won that game though.
Yeah,
So
had this many kills you did, JC.
I know exactly. Yeah, it means I did by the end of it. You popped off that second half. But for me, I'd say it's about right. I'd probably put version 1 as my favorite to win the whole thing though.
Mm-hmm.
They just play so well together. They're so much fun to watch.
Yeah, they haven't played the guard yet, I don't think. So I'm kind of curious how that's gonna look because I think the guard's on theirs, isn't it? No. Their guard's in
Sentinels, right?
Cloud9,
And Cloud9s. That'll be a good
Yeah.
game. I'm excited for that one.
and they don't play them until the last weekend.
They'll both qualify. No problem. The only way 100 Thieves qualifies is if they win their next 2, and then I think Luminosity needs to
No, Exit would have to
Exit-
lose. the
Exit needs
next
to
two.
lose their next 2. So
Yeah, they're out.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably not gonna make it.
Yep.
So cool.
Hey, what are you drinking, dude?
To me?
Yeah.
Some proper 12. Proper 12?
On ice?
Yep. On ice.
Nice.
What are you guys drinking?
Water
Water?
with my NyQuil.
Water.
Tim, what is that?
Water.
Jameson Black Barrel.
Is that good? I haven't had the Black Barrel. Pretty
Tastes
solid.
like whiskey.
Nice.
You are
Jack
not
Daniels,
drinking
Tizzy
that.
Honey?
Tizzy Honey.
Let's go.
He's out. No. That's the trash. This is so gross.
You don't like it?
I haven't been drinking.
What do you drink? What do you mix that
bottle.
with?
Do you mix it or you drink
root
straight?
beer.
Root beer?
Yeah.
That would be bad. That wouldn't be bad.
That's probably good.
Yeah, and
Sounds
that's honey,
good.
right?
Yeah. it's
God, it looks like
honey,
it looks like syrup when it comes out of the bottle. Jamie, you'd probably like it.
Or put it on
Probably.
cereal.
You probably put it
I
in
could put on my
cereal,
cereal.
Awesome. Okay. On the Valorant topic, we had this conversation a little bit ago, but we thought we'd save it for the podcast. Question of the day: is the operator in Valorant OP? So I'm going to let Trey go first.
Trey
I
shouldn't
you-
go first.
Yeah, I don't have.
Trey shouldn't go first.
Yeah, I shouldn't go first. Like,
You don't wanna go
it's
first?
Not over. It's not overpowered, and it's in the game for a reason.
That's fine. It's okay to be wrong.
Trey,
Okay.
what do you think?
I don't think it's overpowered.
And you don't
but
play as
I
a
don't
lot.
play Valorant
Right.
that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, okay.
But I'm not.
In a different agent hands, like Jet, it can be very difficult to get a kill against Jet with an op. But I mean, it does take skill, Jamie.
Okay. Tim, I want to hear your.
Notice how he said Jamie after he said
Yeah.
that.
Well, this all started because of you, Jamie.
No, it all started because of
It's
me.
like AJ actually sent it.
AJ was just stirring the pot. He loves the operator.
All right, Tim, what's your opinion? I will go on my little tangent of why I think it is, but I want to hear Tim's opinion as well.
I mean, it's pretty fucking strong. I mean, whenever some people get it, tend to win games.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally think sometimes it shoots a little bit too fast.
Hmm.
And sometimes I feel like he shoots, I could even jet at him, and he still can somehow jump back and snipe, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Chamber also being an agent that it's extremely strong with. I mean, his ultimate alone is an
Okay.
operator.
The Chambers op, I say, is overpowered.
It shoots really
because
fast.
Very
it,
fast.
it can shoot 3 bullets compared to 1 from the regular operator.
Yeah. So
We're talking about the regular operator, though, right?
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
Chambers ultimate is he gets an operator,
Right.
but he can shoot it. There's like no, it's like automatic feed. There's no like,
Mm.
so
Like
it's
semi-automatic.
literally, yeah,
Right.
it's
And it slows if you kill somebody too.
it's 3 shots, but compared to 1 shot and
Yes.
a reload to the regular
Right.
operator.
But even a regular
You only
operator,
get
it's-
5 though.
yeah, even a regular operator in Chambers' hands though is still ridiculous because they can hold. I mean, typically you wouldn't hold just like middle of frickin' sight, but he can get a shot, get a kill, he's gone. There's no trading, no, there's nothing you could do about that. So in my opinion, okay, I'm just gonna lay it out there. I think it's overpowered.
Give me a scenario where you think it's overpowered.
I could give probably 50.
All right, go.
Okay, the operator. Okay,
Give me a map and what like give me just a scenario that you've been in and you're like this fucking gun
any
needs out
map,
of the game.
any map, any long angle. Every single angle to get into sight in Valorant is small. There's a small window.
Haven. If you want to map Haven.
Okay.
Opera's
Operator
heaven.
is Opera's heaven. So
You are gonna, if you play an operator right, you will lose one teammate from it. All you got to do, I say, it's easier said than done, but if the guy shoots and kills a guy and you're rushing him, everyone needs to go at the operator.
Oh, wait a minute. James and Tim, let's talk about this. Was there
Well, I mean, you gotta hit your shots,
we
too.
rushed an op? No. Down a long angle, and he sniped all three of us before we can get halfway
in
down.
a matter of seconds.
In a matter of seconds. With a regular op. It was not a
Difference
chamber.
from just
That's why I
running down
said it
there
goes too
blind.
fast.
We weren't running down there blind. We had our guns. We were...
And we smoke. So, okay, I'm gonna say that. So the reason why, in my opinion, it feels so strong is that, so if I smoke, I play a lot of smokes. If I smoke off an operator, okay, and typically your operators are your jets and chambers, okay, they will just sit in front or to the side of my smokes. It doesn't matter where they sit, and then they'll just step through it, kill, they're gone in a heartbeat.
And honestly, in a long C on Haven, I'm not gonna push that. It's a straight line. There's no place to hold.
Okay.
Besides
And so I get that, and that's an example where you have to have certain utility to deal with it, but at the same time, I am one that feels like it's not OP, and maybe I'm biased because I've gotten decent with it, but I wouldn't mind if it went back up to 5,000.
Yes.
To buy it. I wouldn't mind that. I'll be okay.
An op in
with
third
that.
round is just dumb.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen.
yeah,
that's
5,000 would be
annoying.
fine. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
what it used to
don't
be.
think it should be taken out of the game.
I
would
Okay,
not
but you
get- I
realize
just-
too, though, with saying OP, that doesn't mean I'm saying take it out of the game. That's why I'm not saying to do anything. I'm saying make 2 to 3 tweaks about it
Okay.
so that it's not completely ridiculous. Whether that's the zooming in, how fast that you can zoom in, there should be
Or
some
a
kind
price
of like
increase.
penalty for you swinging it to get a shot off. Like I don't know what you call that, a flank, where you're aiming here, but you quick swing it that way and you can still get them. There should be some kind of like wider bullet spread or something when you're trying to swing your gun to shoot, or raising the price.
You're not.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
You're not talking about white peeking.
Then-
You're talking
well,
about swinging your
If
aiming.
they add
Like
that,
think about this. So if
That's-
you have an
that's
op
just-
and you're
that's just
watching, I'm trying to do
aiming,
my
though.
hand here. There's so many ops that just swing like that and shoot
I
somebody.
get what you're saying, Jamie. If you put that into the game, if you're, let me get my hand up here. If you swing and as you're swinging, it's still moving. Is that what you're
A
saying?
little sway. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
because
If they
the-
add that to the game, it
you
has
don't-
to be with every gun. It has to be.
And I'm fine with that.
It has to be.
I'm fine with that.
And that would completely change the entire game. You understand that, right?
I-
That wouldn't change the entire game. That would
I-
honestly, that would change the entire game.
Yeah.
I would
It's-
still take
it's-
an op over it.
It's so different. I was almost thinking about the fact that, so trying to think of a game that does this. So if I have an operator and I'm
Fortnite's
holding,
awesome.
No, because the bullet drop is so retarded. It doesn't even make sense.
Fortnite snipes are
No,
the best.
you
Hold on.
shoot 200 meters and the bullet's already in the ground. What are you talking about?
no,
I have hit 300 meter snipes with a
Yeah,
with a
aiming
sniper.
3,000 feet above the person.
Okay, but
looking into the
I
clouds.
suck at shooting, and I can still hit that shit because it makes sense to me.
so
No,
in my
it's
mind,
not real.
I think what a good,
Fortnite.
a decent nerf.
Okay, the whole not.
I'm sorry.
It's not
Chad,
real.
Pick up a sniper,
You've gotta
swing
get
your
it.
sniper, and see if
I-
you're gonna hit
my-
the
my
person.
point is- my point is, my point is on that is Fortnite's bullet drop is very over exaggerated. That's my point.
Plus, you can build. It is not realistic. You cannot actually build a ramp like that.
You mean I can't pull the ramp out of my butt?
Yeah.
What were you saying,
Okay,
James?
so what-
Oh, I was saying, in my mind, what would be a good adjustment is like if I have an operator and I'm ADSing down sight, I almost wish there was some kind of like stamina thing. I know, like I'm trying to think of
Like
the game,
hold your breath.
like a
Okay.
hold your breath kind of thing. So like you're
Mhm.
holding it, and if you're holding it for so long, it starts to kind of sway. So you need to reset it and go.
You have arm stamina.
I'd be fine with that because that's just because I mean, how
Have
many
to do it with
games
every
somebody
gun,
just
though.
Yeah.
that's fine. I mean, you hit fire most guns anyways.
Well, they don't do that in Call of Duty. Call of Duty is just the snipers that do that. You just hold your breath.
Well, like in Escape
Oh,
from
no,
Tarkov, if you're aiming down
not
the
about the hold the
sight
breath thing.
after a while, you're not even holding your breath. Your
Uh,
guy
uh,
gets tired,
then
and
What's
the
the
red
point of
dot
like,
starts
hey,
moving.
you stay here and hold this
You don't-
angle? Like, I that
You have to
that's such a
reset it.
That's such a Call of Duty thing. No,
I'm
I
saying
hate
you're
Call of Duty
holding it
so
for a
much, though.
while, and I don't know how long it has to be, but you're holding it for a while, and then you start doing it. You got to stop, reset, and then you got to rehold it.
Probably would never buy an op again.
Perfect.
You have to do that.
Nah.
You have to do
Alright,
that in
we'll lose.
Fortnite, James.
Yeah.
You have to
What?
do that in Fortnite.
No.
No.
The only game
But
that
you
has
have to
because
account
Fortnite's real.
for other stuff. You have to
Valorant-
account for a bullet
Valorant-
drop. You have to account for other things.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
not
thing.
so-
Valorant's not based on realistics. You
Well,
know?
no
So-
game is.
Well,
Although
some
the
games are.
Valorant
Tarkov
devs did
is-
say that they think that they're based on realism with their guns.
Like I
do?
could throw.
Well,
I mean, maybe Trey
I mean,
could throw
100
out a
meters,
Viper spit with
100
chili.
100-foot sniper shot is not going to have bullet drop.
Well, what about if you compare like other guns that were OP in other games? Like, you remember the 725 in COD?
Oh my
You
god.
could just make the argument that, oh, you could just play a different way, play away from him. Like for Valorant, all your arguments are you just got to change the way you play. But every other game, whenever a gun is OP on just the regular gameplay, they end up nerfing it.
There you go.
The
Games that
Warcraft
actually
has
had
done
this
it, Hunters,
discussion.
Call of
Most
Duty has done
games
it,
will change a
Fortnite's done
gun
it.
if it is
Or anything.
strong and can change the gameplay. Like the P90 when it first came out in Fortnite, instantly
insane.
they're like, "Oh, this thing's way too crazy." People were carrying 5 P90s because of the
Because
shooting.
So
made
why
Call of
haven't
Duty
the
goes there all the
devs?
time.
Why haven't
don't
the
get-
devs changed the op?
the
Huh?
game. Let me tell you.
He just
quick.
needs a
Go ahead,
couple
Trey.
changes.
Go ahead, Trent.
The operator doesn't make anyone better though. The shotguns in Call of Duty.
How does
My
it not?
5-year-old, my 7-year-old niece could fucking play Call of Duty with that shotgun and get 10 kills.
Call of Duty's easy to shoot in.
That's what I'm
Way
saying. So that-
easier than
this reproves
Valorant.
right, but
So you're saying that
It's not the
the
same.
op doesn't make
No, I
people
bet you-
better?
P90 makes you better. The P90 in
you
Fortnite,
can't.
you were better. at.
I've seen-
Op does not make you better. If you
No,
suck
that's what
at
I'm
the
saying.
game, if you
That's
suck
what
at the
I'm
game, you
saying.
will suck with the op.
I've seen
Right.
people
That's
go
what I'm getting
almost
at.
0 for on offense, and they buy an op on defense, and all of a sudden they're leading kills. I've
I'm
seen
saying
your
your
Because
average
you have
and
to
above
sit.
average players can use an op.
which is
On
most
Valorant.
of
I'm not
Valorant.
saying you're people that suck, so stop talking like that. I'm not saying people that suck can use an op.
They're gonna suck
I
at
can
everything.
fucking.
I
Oh, but let's do
that's
this.
my
I
point.
can actually still get a kill with an op, so let's not go there. I suck with an op, and I can still get a kill with an op.
I'm not saying that, but I also know
I
people
suck
that
at shooting, and I can still get kills.
I also know people that I think are good at the game that they say they suck with an op. I'm like, here, this dude's top fragging. Hey, dude, take this op.
But
No, I
that could just
suck
be
with
their
it.
game style. They might like to run. They might like to move. Like I would say a raise. Why would a raise ever have an op?
Exactly. That's probably why I wasn't good with it for the longest. But then I had to learn to be patient
Okay,
and just let people
But
come
that
into my
raise
fight.
with that shotgun, that was
Oh
fucking
my
insane.
God.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that
wanna-
was insane. Yeah.
I'm just
Okay,
like-
sorry. Here's
And
here.
I
We
bet
can
they
all
also
agree.
think a judgment is
Bucky,
nerfed too.
Nerf the judge.
judge is nerfed
It wasn't the
Dude.
judge, it was the
It was the
Bucky.
Bucky. That's right.
She was
God.
doing both. She
damn,
was
dude.
because there's
Oh
one
my
time
God.
she flew over the ascent wall and had a judge. It was like,
Oh my
She was
God.
She was playing like I play in Unrated, bro.
Yeah. We can all agree on that.
But
Nerf
that's how
nerf
you
the
have to play as
shotgun.
Rays, though. That's how you have to play. You got to play like it's
Yeah.
Unrated.
But see, like for me playing Viper, I there's really no point in me having an op because I play off my
Yeah.
smokes.
Yeah,
Jamie, I would say a Killjoy would be a very good character with an op.
because you can watch her back, right?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can watch your.
like
You
good-
can. You don't. A character just need to like leave. If you miss your shot and
Straight
you get one shot, I mean,
Like
you had the opportunity to kill the person.
Look, look,
It's
look.
just good on them.
J-
But you can watch your own back and hold an area to your left with your nades and stuff like that in your bot. You
Hey,
can-
Haven.
yeah.
Haven C Long, you got your bot watching Garage. I'm holding C. You guys just take care of B and A. I got C. Like straight up, I'm C Long. My bot's in B. If they peek from B, I can get there and peek because I know no one's C because I've been watching it. C Long, hey, Jamie, we'll get right. We're gonna get you right. With Garage.
I would never buy an op. It's too expensive for my.
KJ's too expensive,
abilities.
anyways.
KJ is too
She's
expensive.
boycotting. She's
to be
boycotting.
buying an op.
Oh, you're getting
my
rushed?
abilities
Oh.
are really expensive, and I have to use them every single round. I don't have to, but it's beneficial to use them every single. I'm spending almost a K on abilities.
That's insane.
All right.
All right.
Love it.
Next. All right, next
Agree
topic.
to disagree.
Agree to disagree. So kind of along the same lines of Valorant too, and just games in general. I have noticed lately that it seems like people have been just extremely toxic in voice comms and I mean, I use Valorant because we play it the most. In Valorant, I feel like it's the worst because you're stuck with that person for like 30 to 45 minutes and they can just ruin your entire game. I'm not one, like, I don't care if people talk shit. It doesn't bother me, whatever. Big fucking whoop. I lived through the Call of Duty lobby days. But I also feel like, I don't know, it just, what's the point? What's the point?
Point of being a toxic?
The point of just being a toxic
Point of being
douche.
keyboard warriors.
Keyboard
All
Yeah,
right, we
Trey, how
recorded
did
a
you
toxic
like
person.
having that person chase you around with all of her abilities?
Which one?
Who was that?
Oh, was that
Was
the
it Reyna?
It was the jet.
There's a
Jet?
jet one
It was the
time.
jet throwing smoke on him.
Smokes on you
Smoke
and
and knifing, just
yeah,
sitting there
knifing
knifing
you.
you.
knifing
and-
you.
Yeah, that's very toxic. Yes.
I didn't
But-
Omen
but,
do that to me
like,
one time. I didn't play
but
Valorant for like 5 months.
Honestly, I'm to the point where on Valorant, like if we go play Valorant, there's a chance we're gonna get one game with a toxic person. If we do it through set.
AFK, all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff.
And so I'm just to the point where like you just expect it, and there's no reason to get mad about it.
Right.
So
What
The
do you
thing
do
that-
when they throw your game and ruin your game? Because not only are you stuck with them for that long,
yeah,
Well,
I mean, I'm gonna
you're
cuss.
gonna-
I'm in my mind. I'm gonna be like this. Yeah, I'm gonna cuss them.
I get-
after
yeah.
the game's over, it's like okay, whatever.
So
yeah,
what-
right?
I'll keep a word warrior. Thing.
Right, but you're still stuck with them for at least 40 minutes to an
Yeah.
hour, depending on how your game goes.
See, like Call of Duty.
So
If he-
I
if
and
just
not
he's
good
good
having
at
very
it-
much time in the
if
evening
he's
time,
good
that
at
really
his
ruins
job,
your
it
games.
won't be too long.
If you buy an op, it won't be
He
over
should be
soon.
getting them 13-0 and
Yeah. So, like I said, to me, I feel like it's worse in games like Valorant or stuff like that, just because you're stuck with them for so long. Like, I mean, Call of Duty lobbies back in the day, if you ever unmuted, it was the worst.
But you could mute them, and you're not
You
so
could.
dependent on
their
your
comms.
teammates' abilities and what they're doing in Call of Duty, like you have to be in a game like Valorant.
Mhm.
Like you are so dependent on every person on your team with whatever it is they do, whether it's being the best shooter or being the best with their abilities or doing whatever.
Turns
Right.
like, come on over to EOT. There's no toxicity.
Yep. Just shoot him in the face.
Like okay, so I'll go ahead and say this with the toxicity. Okay, so I'm a girl. And
yeah, you're gonna get that shit all the time.
You are?
shut up. I have played multiple games with other people, and I've had more instances in Valorant than I've ever had with any other game. In fact, other games that I played, I've had one toxic person in another game, and that was it. Out of all the games that I played, one toxic person, and it was in Warcraft, and it was pretty bad.
That's pretty
He
bad.
said he was going to look at my IP address, come with a knife, rape me, and kill me.
Wow.
So that's what I got in WoW. But that's the only time I ever said that. That's because I stuck up for Tim.
Oh, no. One Sea of Thieves thing. One Sea of
I
Thieves.
kept kicking his ass.
Yeah.
He didn't like it.
Tim
You
kept
thought-
kicking his ass. I said, if you thought, okay, let's not take ops out of the equation. If you think hunters are OP, then go
That was
play
my
one.
argument. That was my argument. It was like if you want to compare hunters,
I
and
stuck
OP,
up for
everyone's like,
Tim,
just play-
and he attacked me.
Yeah.
Quite a different strategy. Oh, that yeah.
So that was
You
off
can't
of
act
that.
like it's that.
Okay, in the Sea of
Yeah, I
Thieves,
got
the guy
you
just
did.
told me to go into the kitchen. I'm like, okay, tell me to go in the kitchen all you want. I usually say, I like to
you are
cook.
the, you are the
So I don't
boat manager.
care.
Boat manager.
It's like that's not toxicity to me. Like that's just like whatever. Okay, kitchen, good one. But like with Valorant, like I had that Omen that used his abilities, and I couldn't do anything. Period.
Dude,
I
that
couldn't do
guy
anything.
threw
He
hard.
told all like where I was at. He said what I was doing. He said she's
Because you're a
peeking
boosted
here.
e-girl.
Yes, because I was a boosted e-girl. I had another person that completely refused to play as soon as I talked over the microphone.
Yeah,
Completely refused to play on Split. And it was like, I hate boosted girls. I'm like, I'm bronze 3. I'm not boosted. like I've been here the whole time.
Yeah,
That one was
Valorant's-
bad.
And so, I mean, I've had more issues that I don't even like to talk in Valorant or do anything in Valorant because of all the assles.
I'm sorry.
Yep,
I
that
was gonna
sucks.
say
That was-
I have a
that was
toxic
definitely
player in
targeted.
all my lobbies.
That's definitely targeted towards me.
No, no,
What?
wasn't.
No, I'm
With
kidding.
what?
I'm kidding,
Oh, I
Jake.
was like-
Oh my God.
He's like, what?
I was like, wait, what? No, you just don't like to play with us. I get it.
No, I've been in those lobbies where they do that to you, Jamie. That is it like it ruins the game for sure. But at the end, it's just like Yeah, that dude's trash.
Yeah.
But then they get mad like when people don't want to talk in comms, and they want to. There's people out there that are like, I want to ban people that don't talk in comms.
Honestly,
You should not let them play the game if they can't talk in comms.
I just mute them and I still talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just like okay,
It
you're
just
a dick,
sucks.
I'll just mute you and I'll still
Yeah.
use comms, but he just won't hear my shit.
Yeah.
Yep, those ones that where you load in and they're just screaming into their mic.
Ugh,
Instant
yes.
muted.
Shit. Yeah, instantly
Yeah.
muted.
Yeah.
And then they want to say, why are
That's
you
the one
guys
with the
so
jet.
antisocial?
That was the one with the jet. He was blaring music.
Yeah,
and
he's
like,
blaring
instant
music
muted.
right when we got in.
And I
It's
typed it in
muted.
the chat, instant muted.
Yeah. He's like, wow.
Yeah.
And he was the one that was following you around with being pissed off, right?
Yeah, the whole
Okay.
entire
The
game.
entire game.
Yep.
It was bad.
Yeah. But cool. Awesome. All right. Next topic, guys. Are gamers too picky when it comes to video games? This topic kind of came to my mind. AJ, you'd brought up Elden Ring the other day. And everything that I've seen, the people I've watched play it all seem to really enjoy it. But then I get on the reviews and take a look at it, and it's so mixed.
Hey,
So what do you think the deal is with stuff like that?
24 hours ago, Steam reviews mixed. Today, Steam reviews positive.
Mostly,
Wow.
mostly positive.
Wow.
I saw that shit too. I was
That's
like,
funny. I got on
on
last night. I got on the other night and looked, and they were like mixed. I was like, I don't understand.
But today they're positive. A patch came out that apparently fixed the stuttering. So
Hey, I saw it was mostly positive, and I was like, add to cart.
yep,
cart.
that's the card. Yep, you bought it.
No, not yet.
Yeah, I bought it.
It's just funny to me because I guess I should ask the question: what to you guys constitutes a good game from a bad game?
I mean,
is it gameplay? Does it have to run butter smooth? Are there concepts, or is it just all put together? What in your guys' mind separates a good game from a bad game? Because I've played some games in the past that I dealt with a few issues, but I still really like the game. Go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, for me, it's just if I enjoy the game while I'm playing it. I mean, sometimes obviously games suck,
Right.
like Valorant, but
I think for me, like, and I'm gonna speak for only single player.
Mhm.
I can speak for multiplayer a little later, but for single player, I have different standards for different companies. It's weird.
Mhm.
Bethesda, Fallout, Skyrim, they can come out with a game that's buggy because that's what I'm used to, and that's their games there's so much involved that there's always gonna be bugs pretty much.
Right.
Rockstar can't come out with a buggy game to me. That's unacceptable.
Right.
I have them like they're just too high a status for that, and their games are normally so polished that I wouldn't be used to Rockstar having a buggy game like GTA San Andreas. I didn't like the remake. I played it and it was so buggy I didn't even play it. I stopped playing it because it just wasn't. And I don't know if you guys heard about that, but that trilogy was very buggy when it first came out.
I did hear about that. Yeah.
The graphics were terrible. Some stuff was worse than before. Like it's just not something you expect Rockstar to put out for sure. And so and that's the thing. Like if a Fallout put that out, I'm like, I kind of expect this. This is what they do.
Sure.
So,
Right. But I guess in my mind too is like New World comes to mind for me. I like the game. I still like the game to this day. When it came out, it had a lot of bugs, a lot of issues. I was almost able to look past that because it's a new thing. I mean, Amazon games they getting into the MMO thing. I mean, I played Warcraft for years. I know new launches can be buggy. It's no big deal. But no, a lot of people played it.
Gameplay enough.
I enjoyed the gameplay, right? I accepted it, and then they slowly fix the bugs, and they just roll out. And communication for me from a company is huge. They're aware of the issues they're working on, and they're fixing them. But there's a lot of people who are just like, fuck this game, it's trash.
They just dropped off. They're like, I'm done. I can't do it.
Enjoy the game. I just can't fucking do it no more.
People are just so impatient, I feel like.
And see, I can accept that from a new IP like New World. That's a new game. Like they're like you said, they're just now experiencing this. It was Amazon, right?
Amazon games.
So that it's just like that's their first thing that they've done like that. So it's kind of expected. And then, like you said, if the gameplay outweighs the bugs or whatever, then yeah, I can definitely look past it.
Right.
But if the bugs just outweigh the gameplay, where you just can't even enjoy the game because of how buggy it is,
Sure.
then yeah, obviously you can't.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way you can say that it's a. I can't. I won't say it's a bad game, but it's just
It's got
you can't.
issues.
You don't know what you have because it's got its issues.
Right.
Issues.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's it's so frustrating to me because like I think almost gamers too got so spoiled with constant updates too. Like I remember playing games growing up and you bought the game, that's the game you got.
Yeah.
You played it, they didn't really update it much, but like, I'm going to use Fortnite example. They updated that game weekly. There's new stuff every week. I feel like people's attention spans have
And they
shrunk.
still update it.
They still update it weekly to this day. People's attention, they want new content. They need new content because they play the game for hours and hours and hours upon end. Again, I'll go back to New World. There's people who quit New World like, this has no content. This is bullshit. It's like, okay, well, you've also already logged 500-600 hours in the game. It's been out a month. Like,
Right.
But so it's like,
taking a shot at me, dude?
no.
Okay.
But like those same people, they're going on. They're like, this game's trash. It's terrible. It's like, okay, well, the average person doesn't play that much, So I wouldn't say that's a trash game. I'm trying to think.
I'd say if there's a lot of dev communication and it's a game that you think you'll like, and there's a lot of dev communication and there's a lot of updates, it's
Yes.
a mid game. I would like.
Right. Exactly. I agree with that. So I'm trying to think of a recent game. So like I'm gonna use Cyberpunk as an example. It's the only one I can think of recently that has kind of flopped. They've fixed that, right?
They fixed a lot of it. It's not fully fixed. I was just playing and I had this I was playing in the character. He was here, but his face was in front of him. So yeah. I mean, it is what it is,
Yeah.
Got that
It's
op
still
radio.
yeah. It was literally his face was here, his eyes and mouth were still on here, but then his face was up here, but no eyes or mouth in it. It was detached. It was crazy. It was a black guy too. It was scary.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah.
they fixed a lot of stuff though. Like they did a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's getting a lot better. And like so much so that I've probably put like 20, 30 hours in it within the past 2 weeks. I don't know.
But see, do you feel like they did a good job communicating that they were aware of those issues and that they're working on fixing it? Or
But yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But the updates they did take a while to come out. We're talking 6 months.
yeah,
6 months
that's a
in
long time.
between updates. Yeah, like
That's a game I was pumped for, and
exactly.
yeah.
It was big. Like it was supposed to be the biggest game since GTA 5.
Yeah.
That's what it was supposed to be. That's what it was marketed as. That's what it was. That was its thing. But it is sold short, dude. Like
Right.
majorly.
Well,
And
then,
it's the makers of The Witcher. So I have The Witcher in my The Witcher 3 top 10 game I've ever played.
Yeah.
So I expect Cyberpunk to be even better. This is your new project,
well, and when you advertise it like that, the expectations are
Oh, yeah.
are so incredibly high. I always get so nervous when I hear a game coming out. They're just like, this is going to be the best MMO of all time, or this is the best, and I'm just like, probably not.
Yeah.
Because it feels overhyped. Even if it's decent, you have that expectation. I don't know how many WoW killer games that I've played in my past, and they've all been trash.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. To me, that's kind of what constitutes a good game is can the gameplay outweigh any potential bugs or anything like that? It has to have good gameplay, and also for me, it has to have PvP. That is my ultimate criteria.
PvP? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, because
See, and that's for me. It's not a guarantee. I have like Valorant and stuff.
Yeah.
So like Cyberpunk PvP.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't even try it, to be honest. Like,
Yep, absolutely. What about you, Trent? Tarkov man.
I don't know. Just has to be fun to me. And obviously, all those things you guys are talking about way into it.
Yeah.
But
graphics. How important is graphics to people? Because graphics are important to me. So
Yeah.
it's not important to Tim.
When it
Not
comes
to me
to
either.
solo player, when it comes
Not
to
at all.
solo games,
When it comes to solo games, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, one
Like,
of the solo games. Yeah.
obviously, we play the fuck out of Valorant, which is a cartoon.
Yeah.
But
To
yeah.
me, it's almost art style. Like
Art style.
if that style fits that world, I don't care necessarily if the graphics are good or bad. You know what I mean? Like to me, I've played some games where it's like the environment looks super realistic, it's very pretty, but your character looks like ass. It's like hard to get like as long as the art style fits,
Yeah.
it makes sense to me. Like World of Warcraft has a distinct style. You know,
Yeah.
if they tried to make that look like super realistic, I don't think I'd like it.
And I probably could have guessed that because you're a big MMO
Yes.
guy, and MMOs are not graphical games. You
No,
know,
it's focused on gameplay and balance.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing for MMOs that succeed. But like I said, for you, for like single player games, like a Witcher or Tim for Skyrim or something like that, yeah, I think graphics are important.
Yeah.
I like good graphics better than
Yeah.
blocky
Like
looking
when I play Tarkov, I wanted to run at
Hey,
ultra.
when
you
I
know?
see that sunrise in a game, I want to feel the sun rays
Yeah,
hitting
like
me in
like it's I turn on my space heater, you know, like because I'm trying to be right there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be right there.
I'm trying
I
to
kind of
like
lift
the
it up a
fog,
little
the
bit,
morning fog and the sun coming through the trees, and you're in the forest. Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
I'll
talking
bring my Halloween fogger in, and I just
Yeah.
put it in the house a little bit, you know, just to just be in tune with the single player.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But like a game like RuneScape, old school RuneScape, they tried to remaster that with updated graphics. People hated it
Yeah,
because it didn't
that's
fit
because all
that
the people that play it
style.
are the old school people.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And Trent, you were one of those guys, right?
I mean, in 8th grade,
I think everybody was back in junior high.
I did have a pro account though, and I think I was like level 95 or something.
Nice.
But that's like the only that type of game I've ever gotten into. I never got into
Yeah.
WoW.
For a little bit.
Yeah, a month.
All right,
I
cool.
think I paid for like 4 months.
It was a good time. But all right, I think we're gonna wrap it up on this next one, guys. I kind of wanted to go around the circle here, and I want to know your guys' earliest childhood gaming moment. I want to know as far back as you can think of your first memory of gaming. Like, I could start, for example. My earliest childhood memory of gaming was so my dad,
PC gaming or a console? Does it matter?
doesn't matter,
Anything.
in any game. My dad used to play a lot of Warcraft 1, StarCraft, and then he played like Age of Empires, stuff like that. I used to sit on a chair next to him and watch him just play for hours. I was also Command and Conquer. I used to sit there and just watch and just learn about the game until I was old enough to actually get on and play it. Like, so that's something that like that really sticks out for me. Jamie?
We lived in Podunk, no name town, and my earliest video game was Duck.
Duck Hunter. That's the one that you like the farthest back you can think
Yes.
of was Duck Hunter.
That's the furthest back I can think of. It was the first gaming console that my brother got, and I sucked at that too, shooting.
You needed an op.
Yeah, right? All he gave me was the rifle, and you had to shoot at the screen.
Oh, everybody held that gun to the screen and then just like shot like on the screen.
Yeah.
What about you, Trent?
I think for me, I don't remember my brother or sister ever playing it, but we had a Sega Genesis with like 3 games, and I would plug it in randomly. I don't know. One time comes to mind, and I just remember we had I don't even know what the game was, but we had a Beavis and Butthead game back when they used to make games based off of TV shows.
Yep.
And I remember I never like played it very long, but I remember plugging it in and playing it for like, I don't know, 30 minutes or something a couple times.
Yeah.
But that's probably the first video game I remember playing. Just a dumbass Beavis
Right.
and Butthead game on the Genesis.
Or Simpsons Taxi. Anybody remember that one?
Right, something like that.
Yeah.
And then another one's like, my brother had a PlayStation 1, and I used to play Driver all the time. That game was,
that game was sick.
was fun.
Yeah, it was a fun game. What about you, Tim?
Probably there is N64.
Yeah.
I think probably Gauntlet Legends and Super Smash were like the first games I remember like really always wanting to play in the morning.
What a great game, Gauntlet Legends. God, we used to play it for hours. It was so much fun.
Is that the one that we play on the road trips? Or is that something
Did we
else?
play that? No,
Yeah,
we played.
we've done it before.
We've done it
Okay.
before. We've also played. You might be thinking of Heroes of Might and Magic.
Heroes
too.
and Might and Magic.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was
that
like, I
one was
think
fun
we've done
too.
both.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Gauntlet Legends does a legend. AJ, how about you, man?
I think the first console we had was like a single Sega Genesis, me and my cousins. But what was the game where you were a frog and you would have to get across the street?
Frogger?
Frogger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
We
was,
had that too.
Yeah,
what I was gonna
but the elite gaming days. Well, not the elite console might be the Nintendo 64. Like
Oh
I just
man.
remember
Yeah.
it had such a
I
like
think
007. I was big into WWE, and they had
Oh
great
yes.
they had great WWE games on
Yes.
Nintendo 64.
Goldberg, dude. That was my
Yes.
guy.
Like,
WCW.
that's
yeah, WCW. Yeah, we might be
Yes.
talking about the same game.
Nitro, right?
Like,
WCW Nitro, something
Nitro,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, that game was sick.
Or Backstage Assault. Like, and
Yes.
it's all backstage fighting.
Oh god, that game was so good.
Like those, yeah, those, yeah, those that was elite time. And then
think
Mario 64 and all that shit.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah. Classic.
we could talk about this on another one, but I think it's close between that and a PS2 in my opinion.
It's the greatest
PS2?
console.
PS4 and a PS2, the best
Oh,
consoles.
for sure.
Hey, how about
I
how about a tier list later this week, guys, where we rank our
consoles?
rank consoles?
I'm
I'm
cool with
down
that.
for that.
That'd be a
I'm
cool
down
one.
for that.
That'd be a cool one. Trey, how about you, man?
I would say I'm gonna give 2 here.
Hmm?
So we had Windows 95 PC. I remember getting our first PC. Age of Empires 1. Used
Great.
to play. I would literally, get on that MSN Messenger, chat with all the
Yes.
babes.
MSN
While
Messenger.
throwing
Oh my
down on
god.
and then well, dude, Age of Empires, yeah. Then one game that like I don't think I'll ever forget. I don't know why. It's just one when I think of PlayStation that I played was Jet Moto, the first one.
Oh yes.
I know that one.
Yeah, it was just a racing game, and you're on a.
Yeah.
It looks like a dirt bike, but it floats with has a
Yes.
rocket on it. I don't know. I played it all the time. Never could beat it because I was trash at the game. But I don't know. That was one of the very first games I played on PlayStation.
Yeah. That game was.
You guys remember the game Paperboy? It was like
Yeah.
a Nintendo game.
Oh yeah, you literally just go from, or was it Off Road too for the old Nintendo game?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was cool. Do you guys
It
remember?
looks cool. It's like a little rocket bike.
Do you guys remember? This is probably gonna age me. Did you guys ever have the Jump Start games for your computer?
Yes. I love
Jump
the
Start.
Jumpstart game.
It was like Jump Start,
Kindergarten,
Kindergarten,
yes.
Jump Start first.
Okay,
The
third
third grade
was it third?
scared the shit out of me as a
Is
kid.
that the one with the witch and stuff?
Yes.
Oh my god,
And
I
you
have nightmares
you
playing that
literally
one.
get jump scared by a ghost
Yes,
coming
a
out of the
ghost
fucking
all the
forest. Oh my
time.
god, that one used to scare the shit
I
out
hate
of
that one.
me.
You just get this spooky lady. Yeah, no,
Oh
I remember
god,
that.
no,
That was
yes.
awful.
I miss
funny.
the backyard football games too.
Yes.
Oh,
Backyard sports
yes.
games.
Those were
Baseball,
so good.
Pablo Escobar.
Mm-hmm.
Pablo was the man. You had to have him.
Yeah, those games were awesome.
Yeah, Frogger 2 came out in 2000, September 23rd, 2000. So it was like my third game, I'd say.
Frogger 2
Yeah,
on the PlayStation, right?
yeah, and PC.
And PC. Yeah.
Yeah, you got that CD-ROM, dude.
Frogger, dude.
We used to have a chip in our PS1 that could play burnt games. So my dad used to come home with just like stacks and stacks of games. It was awesome. But
We'll have to add handhelds into the consoles.
yes, absolutely. And we'll have one more to add when you get your Steam Deck in, dude.
S tier.
S tier, automatic S tier.
It's probably gonna be F tier.
I've heard some good things. I've heard
Yeah,
that it's been able to run some
Steam is-
games.
Steam has already tells me what game supports my Steam Deck.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've heard on the ones that are like fully supported, like 60 frames on a lot, and I've heard that they've been able to run some games at higher frames than some like $2,000 laptops.
And New World is not one of them.
New World is currently not one of them. That game would be good on. I think it would be decent on there because it'd have good
Absolutely,
controller
'cause
support.
It doesn't take it doesn't take much, you know.
No, and the buttons are minimal. Like I think it'll have controller support before you know it. That'll be a game. That I'll
Like
definitely
all the
play.
games that make sense aren't supported on it, like PUBG,
Apex, right? That's not.
Apex. I don't
They
think
have,
so.
they have anti-cheat software though with the Linux system.
Surprised if Apex,
Rainbow
'cause Nintendo
Six.
Switch has it now.
It does. The problem is that the Steam Deck runs on a Linux software, and so most anti-cheats are not compatible with Linux. So they have to get special permission from those like
You would have to have a
anti-softwares.
you would have to have a cheat code to be or a cheat to be any good on a freaking handheld.
Well, the problem. Okay, the problem is it's not just a handheld.
Right.
It's
You can
literally a
dock it.
portable
It's
PC. You
a
can dock
PC.
it.
You can dock it and
Something- yeah.
like if I was to
I
go
feel like people
over
forget that.
right, if I'm gonna go over to like AJ's house and I bring my Steam Deck, we could fucking LAN party, just hook up to one of your monitors, we're good to go.
Or I'll do it like when they used to bring the old boombox. I'll just bring my fucking PC.
Yeah, just fucking strap.
I could have. The Steam Deck.
Yeah,
is
Trey.
small.
This dude Trey be telling me to bring my tower to his house. I'm gonna just bring my Steam Deck.
Dude, I got everything for you.
Yeah. I need wired connection too.
I got it.
You bet.
That door.
Fiber optic.
Oh man.
1,000 up, 1,000 down.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this week's episode of the NerdSpeak Podcast. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, watching it. If you really enjoyed the content, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe. We post videos every Wednesday, and I think next week we're actually going to do our first live podcast stream. So tune into that, follow the socials. We'll get you updated and posted when we go live. So, guys, everybody have a good night.
Let us know if the
Thanks.
Opto P.
Let's know if the opposite
Later.
Let us know in the comment section.
Absolutely OP.
Later.
All right, peace out, guys.